Okay, it is March 25th.
The audio's not working yet. Audio.
Pardon?
Audio is rolling.
Okay, I'm going to start and not stop. This is Tuesday, March 25th at 5 p.m. We are at the Black Canyon City Library for the Black Canyon City Water Improvement District regular board meeting. This is a call to order. I'm Elaine Clayton, board chair. Melina Raylick, treasurer.
Tom Srizak, secretary.
Lisa Chandler, office management.
Bob. And Bob Hannes is appearing telephonically.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Bob.
Hi,
And
Bob.
William Whittington is here. He's a district legal counsel, and he will be guiding us today. Consent agenda, approval of minutes. There was only one set of minutes that we had to review. Has everybody had a chance to look at it, or should we wait and defer this until the next meeting? Okay, so evidently you've not had a chance to review those meeting minutes. It's for January 28th.
Yeah, they were really.
So,
Yes, ma'am, what do you need me to do?
nothing, I made you a meeting. You brought it behind.
Well, of course, but I didn't have all the meetings, the whole packet wasn't complete. But this is his, not mine.
No, there's one down there as well.
Can I have one of those? I'll take this one.
Okay.
Perfect.
there for you.
Thank you.
So, for the meeting minutes, we will defer and address those at the next meeting, which could well be a special meeting, as they're all pending transcription, with the exception of January 28th.
I would like a copy of the special meeting minutes. I don't have a.
Of the what?
Special meeting minutes so that I could do the transcript. It helps if I have an outline. I don't have a copy of the agenda.
Right, and we discussed that today, and I told you that I would look for it, but I didn't have time to do that today because I was expecting the minutes to all be completed by Monday, and I didn't find out about that until yesterday or today. So I'll look for that, and Tom, if you could do that as well, please. So, reports and correspondence. Chair's report. Report on multiple contacts with the district attorney, and that is Bill. Did you want to say anything, or?
Well, I'll let you report, and then I'll add to it if I hear something that needs my attention.
It's up to you to keep track of what you're doing because I can't.
I'm fully capable of doing two things at once, so.
Bill is doing a lot of work, but the work that he's doing is essential, and you're going to get tired of hearing me say this, but he is protecting us, not defending us. We are a special district. Oh, we were asking about you earlier.
Good to see you.
We are a special district, and Bill is going to address what a special district is and why we are held to different standards. And so none of the contracts, none of the agreements, nothing was written per the requirements for special districts. So we are having to change all of that. I did have a question. Bill, how often should a district review and consider updating policies, procedures, and all of that?
Every 3 years or so.
Okay. And it's been 8 or 9 years on much of what we had. So the district was really behind on...
And whoever did it wasn't aware of the legal requirements.
Right.
You turn them over to us to make sure that happens.
Exactly. Anything else you want to put on that?
No, well, okay, that's fine. I'll just report that I've had an awful lot of contact with the board chair. A lot of projects underway. I made a short list of some of those projects. The manager's contract, and I've had some contact with Lisa about that. We've submitted to you guys a draft for you to take a look at and modify. The assignment of lease, we prepared and submitted it to you guys. That's assuming you work out an arrangement with Lisa to transfer the responsibilities that lease over to you. The operators agreement, we made some comments, we answered questions the board chair has asked us about that. We've not revamped that agreement completely because I understand Bob's going to provide a shopping list that then we're to integrate into the agreement, and that has not yet happened. All of those agreements were lacking statutorily mandated language. We've inserted as we go. The set of bylaws, you have a draft in front of you now. We gave a copy to the chair. She modified some of those. We integrated some of those modifications. I'm prepared to walk you through those. When you're ready, it'll be quite a job. It's going to take 30 minutes to do that if you're going to do a thorough job of it. I don't know if you want to do that now or after you've had a chance to review it. We've provided training to the open meeting law training twice now, I think. We've helped the chair modifying the agenda so that it reads as the Attorney General would expect it to read. You want those to be standardized in a way that when the AG's office sees them, they have confidence that you're doing it the right way. We're working on a board handbook that involves not only the bylaws that you now have, but also board policies that you don't have, including financial policies that dictate who signs the checks, who processes the financial documents, how you do procurement, do you go to bid, if you're going to go without a bid, who has to authorize that, can you do emergency expenditures without a board meeting? If you do, how do you report that to the board and get consent for it or ratification? You'll see some of that ratification on the agenda today. Policies and procedures manual, we're about halfway through that. That's quite a document, a lot of operational requirements, how you annex, how you hook on, who pays the expenses when you hook on, those kinds of things. Repairs, who's responsible for those repairs. Personnel policy manual is down the road a ways. You don't have too many employees, obviously, the lease is as close as it comes. So that policy manual, there are requirements for it to meet federal law, but because you don't have any employees except for Lisa, that can wait a while. There is a lease for the TechNet electronics on top of the water tank. We've been asked to look at impact fees, but we're going to integrate those into the operations policy manual. We've reviewed some of the WIFA loan documents. We have dealt with the board vacancy issue. That is also addressed in the bylaws that we handed out to you yesterday and the day before. We've also dealt with the board stipend issue. The chairman announced what those rules are at the last meeting. That's just a brief summary of some of the things that we've done over the last month. It's been quite busy. And,
I'm on speed dial.
yeah, and there are some things to be done. I've told the chair that there's lots of these things, you don't have to get them all done today. As long as you have a plan for addressing them, it'll be just fine. You guys are in better shape than I expected, and you'll be fine.
So you said that we should review and consider making any modifications every
Third year or so.
So does this just create a great foundation to grow from so that we won't have to, it won't be this expensive or this extensive moving forward, but it's going to be more time consuming now because we just didn't have anything?
There'll come a point in time when you really don't need us very much. Our clients, we represent a lot of you around the state, and there's a handful of them we attend every board meeting, but only those boards that can really afford that kind of attention. The rest of the time we do it by distance. A board member, and the way we've structured our resolution, all board members can contact us. You're just obliged to report back to the board you've done so. So we usually field questions by board members and take direction from the board chair. Hey, can you get us this policy manual? Can you work on them? Can you revise the bylaws? That's what we did. Can you work on the management contract? That's what we did. Can you add the state mandated requirements to the operators agreement? That's what we did. So we do most of that from home. We've not been down here but once to see you guys. And I don't expect within a year we won't be down at every meeting. Probably won't be down at every meeting in 6 months. It tends to become routine. and that routine is good. I frankly like attending board meetings. I'm old school. I like paper. I like looking people in the eye. It's just my nature. But I understand not all boards can do that. So I take my opportunities to visit you. I love this. I love seeing faces. But I know that it won't be long before I'm just a voice on the phone. Which means my goal there will be that you actually have a piece of machinery that works, like the owl. If you don't have an owl, you probably need to get one. It's about this tall, it costs $300. It hears everybody in the room, and when somebody speaks, it turns and puts them on video. So you can watch them talk. It's kind of cool, and it does a great job of distinguishing who's talking. You know, don't come to the meeting in your pajamas because we'll see you. And then I can call in and I can be sure that everybody can hear me and I can hear them.
Wow.
Which is really essential if you're going to let people attend these meetings by phone. Using your cell phone is a stopgap, but really it's not a mature method of doing government business. It's the kind of thing you do with your grandkids. And I'm not blaming anybody. Everybody starts that way, but everybody grows up and does something different. And I attend a lot of board meetings by phone, and I can tell you it's way more useful if they can hear me and I can hear them. The best is I can see the inflection in your face. You're going, shut up, you're fat and bald, and I want you to stop talking. I get that. I'm used to it. That kind of abuse is perfectly okay. You won't be able to do that over the phone. I can wear my pajamas, so it'll be fine.
So does it record or it just,
Yes.
It records?
You consider it for recordation as well.
and it's called the owl?
Yes.
There's all sorts of brands.
Yeah.
What?
Yes.
That's one of many, many brands.
Yeah,
Oh, well-
Plantronics has one.
I have one of those.
Then I need to talk to you. We need
So
to take
would
a
that
step
work
back
with
and
an
let
arrangement
the
like this?
owner
Or do you have to
users-
sort of be in a certain?
No. It'd work great right here.
Where would you put it? Right in the middle?
Right in the middle. Yeah, right there.
Or
here.
sometimes they'll have one up tall,
Yeah.
and it can just go boop, boop, boop.
If you had your own office, that's what you do.
Yeah.
The owl's about
Mine
here.
was from the ceiling.
If I had it, I'd sit it right here, and that way I could just watch all of you. And so I can see you all from my office.
It's like zooming in, doing a close-up, or?
I like them from the ceiling.
Not all
Not
that
people
good
don't
with
touch them
that.
so much.
Yeah. People do mess with them a little
Yes.
bit. Yeah. Put a little on them.
It's very easy to install.
Interesting.
That is very cool. So we're going to take a step back and have the owner users introduce themselves. So just please state your name and where you live per the bylaws. See, I did read them.
Carol Backler. What do you want?
Okay.
Where do you live?
I live by Kansas City, but where else do you want? My address?
No.
No, that's
That's
good.
not
It just said you need to, the owner users need to state their name and where they live.
But it's nice if you say if you're an owner user or not, or,
Sure,
some
I'm an
people
owner
might be,
user.
Okay.
Sean Collins, owner, Gregory Street.
Oh, you want it down the street?
No.
Okay.
Just that you live in Plaquemine City.
Yeah.
This is new. I just read his bylaws, so I'm trying to incorporate that. So he knows I do read the, and
Cindy Melandro, citizen user,
Citizen
And where do you
user.
live?
Oh, there.
and Black Canyon City.
Let's go.
Irene Brooks, Black Canyon City.
okay, very good, thank you. Now that we've done that, let's move on to report on water angel status. And I'm not sure if I can do this, but I'll try.
You're gonna have to do something about that font. It's too small.
Yeah, we won't. So the water angel, I do, in fact, this is not, there we go, that's better for my, but you guys can't see it. So that's okay. I'll come practice one day. So the water angel is the fund where people can donate, and we put it into a fund. Right now, I have to go back to Mir, to the bank, and get another signature card and bring it back, get it signed, and take it back because the first account was closed. But we did pay $117. We did gift $117 from the Water Angel account to a woman whose water heater broke, and it took her an extended period of time to get it fixed. And she's older, and some of the older people in our community, they live on $500 a month. So if their water bill is $30 or $40 more than normal, it really impacts them. Then there was another one for $141.98, and she had been ill, in the hospital, unfortunate circumstances. And when you look at the history, the payment history of these people, they paid every month. They were consistent, and then, life happens. And then again, $150 to an owner user who has a chronic illness and limited income, and something happened, and her water usage 1 month was much higher than it should have been, and it's not that high anymore. So it's really great, and I know that all of these people appreciate having that hand. So thank you for those. Thank you to those who donate. So report on status of the board vacancy project. I was waiting for some information. I had emailed Warren Custis of Yavapai County voting to make certain what the timeframes were on the board members' seat. So Melina, Tom, and I were recently elected, so we have 4-year positions. And the other 2 positions, they are only going to be until 2026, because the other 2 positions that we're looking to fill, those come up for re-election in 2026. So I think that might be a positive for some people who say, hey, I can try it out for a couple of years, year and a half, which is better than 4. And I'm hoping that we get adequate responses and letters of intent. I need to put that on the flyer, and I can get the flyer printed, but I need addresses. I need to get addresses. Did you ever find out, Lisa, if the owner users' addresses can be printed on a sheet of paper that we could use as a...
Or you can transfer them with that file. There's a file that you can transfer, but I can even transfer you the whole file if you want to.
So I could transfer the file and take it to PostNet or the post office, and then they could go ahead and apply the address on there. Yes, Tom?
Madam Chair, you mentioned that you're on a 4-year term,
Yes.
so the chair is on a 4-year term? I thought the chair was,
It
What's
doesn't
that,
matter
2
the
years?
position. When the board's positions are filled, we decide
Bill,
among
okay.
us what positions we are going to fill. It doesn't matter that I'm the board chair on a 4-year. What matters is that 2 of the board members, the 2 that will be coming on because they were not elected, will have to go for re-election in 2026. Would you like to comment on that?
Sure.
Yeah.
All board
Confusing.
members, the statute puts board members on an alternating system. So in any election cycle, you have 2 people
2-year.
being elected, but they're all 4-year. If I might, just best practice stuff, this is a report section. You're really not supposed to entertain commentary.
Oh, so sorry.
You have to set it up a little different way. Reports are intended to be only reports. And you may read this, it says the governing body may not propose, discuss, deliberate, or take legal action on this matter unless a specific item is properly identified. So it is possible to put enough information on a report that you can entertain participation, but it changes the nature of the report. The purpose of the report is to educate the people at the board or at the table and move on to action items.
And no comments.
And right, and so as an example, you might report on the board vacancy project, but place on the agenda possible action items, so you can talk about
Got it.
what are we gonna advertise, how many applications have we received for the vacant position. That's where that happens. It's okay to report on it, but it's best practice not to entertain robust conversation about them, because it changes it from a report to an action item.
Got it. The light just came on. Thank you. So, report on status of backflow prevention. We're not gonna talk about that now because that's in the operations report, as is, the contractor contacts. Report on the RCAC assessment. That was a really interesting and educational walk, that we did. And Bob, would you like to talk about anything in particular that you found most useful from that?
What I found most useful was just their ability to kind of assess and to kind of give us guidance on how to move forward, you know, find funding and just overall kind of help us find some structure and a good path to beyond.
And something I found very helpful, and when Bill was reading off the list of things that he's working on, I want to emphasize the importance of getting those done. Had we not asked Bill to work on what he's working on, and it's quite lengthy, we would have answered no to many of the questions that RCAC asked, meaning, and we would have ended up with a very low score. Let me see. Can we get this report on the website, Tom?
What report?
The,
RCAC?
right.
If you can put it in a PDF file.
So one of the questions is, does the system have relevant organizational documents on file? We would have had to say no. Instead, we said pending. Do the organizational documents provide clear authority for the organization of levy fees and enforce payment? We would have said no, but they were pending, so we were able to say yes. Are the corporate bylaws current? We would have had to say no, but we were able to say yes. And I won't go on and on. I could go on and on. So this is what RCAC was asking. And the point is, we could not apply for grants and a lot of the other funding. It would prevent us from applying for a lot of things if we didn't have this information. So this is another very valid reason as to why we need to make sure that Bill is able to get all of this work done for us. It will pay for itself at some point.
The next section is the operator's report, Madam Chair.
Right, got it. I have my notes, thank you. Bob, do you want to report on well depths, or is that on your report? And we could.
Yep, that's on my report.
So,
Are you ready for me then?
go right ahead. No, go.
Yep. Okay, so we had 50 work orders, 50 of them were complete. They consisted of 4 turn-ons, 3 turn-offs, 12 meter mailbox repair replacements, 1 mainline repair, 5 well booster pump systems repair and site maintenance, 14 meter rereads and final reads, and then 11 customer service questions. So I will just skip over. We had 38 bullet dates and the water samples. All water samples were taken. We had the 2 monthly back T samples, which came back absent. We have sampled the Big John site for the nitrates, which is due this quarter, so that has been done. And then just the water level measurements. At Big John, we are sitting at 28 10 inches on static, and drawdown is 31.8. Oasis is offline just due to the one well being service, so that is offline. So I didn't think it would be meaningful to put the water level measurements there. GOA, we are sitting at 29 and 4 inches static, and then drawdown is 34.2. And then GOA 3 is at 30 feet, static, and then 30 feet 3 inches. So those have continued to decline, and we probably need to set up some time to talk about what we do for water conservation. Are we ready to move to the next level, or just where we might be on that? So I'm just going to throw that out there. And then some updates on the projects. We have the schoolhouse loop tank pumps. I did talk with Foster's, and I requested that they give us more detail on the quotes. He said I would have the quotes tomorrow morning, and he's going to split out the cost of the APS panel and then the control panel, and then that will give us some ability to do some budgeting on some other control panels that need to be upgraded in the system. The Big John well, they're saying they're starting in March. I did put a call in to Allison to get an update, and she has not gotten back to me on when they're expected to start, other than we are, next on their list. And we put the sign on site, and so we are ready for whenever they are ready to start drilling. And that's what I have.
So, okay, thank you so much. Some of this report on status of backflow prevention, that's that's in new business as well as the contact with vendors, and more information on the Schoolhouse Road electrical panel. We're going to get into new business in a few minutes, and that's going to require us to go into an executive session. So Bill, can I ask him a couple of questions now so he can answer, or should?
If it's on the agenda, you can.
Okay. One of the things that I wanted to discuss is the 176 no usage reads. And you and I talked about that, and this is just not okay. And when you told me that the previous board,
Is it on the agenda?
it is.
That's a new business, right?
Bear with me, I didn't see it. I just want to make sure it's there.
It's
Which item?
nope, that was it. Sorry, can't talk about it. It's not on the agenda.
Okay.
But we will put it up for the next agenda, because that's just a really important topic that we need to cover. So I know you have a lot going on. You have a lot to do, so thank you. You can excuse yourself if you'd like now, so you can take care of your life things.
Okay. That would be wonderful.
All right, thank you so much. We'll talk soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye. So, I'm going to do the treasurer's report, and I'm going to read off the balances. Or do you have the balances? I'm so sorry. I emailed it to you.
I don't. I had them yesterday. I wrote them down on a little note paper.
Okay,
I
so
didn't print them out. I'm sorry.
that's okay. I need more notes.
You have it?
Okay,
Oh,
got it?
I got
Is that,
this.
what do you have for the
This
BMO balance? What do you have?
This came this afternoon.
But what is the date for the BMO balance?
The date of 2/28.
Correct, that's February. And everybody, there's a copy that you can take it of the report that we got from the accountant. It's up there. It's about 8 pages, but help yourself to it. So the BMO balance as of 3/24 was $69,746.36.
I thought you were talking about
The wait, that's wrong number.
We're gonna go back it.
Yeah. but I only have it for February. I don't have anything else.
You don't have what? Okay, here we go, sorry. BMO, 34,678.23. And I was a little confused by that because let me find Dave.
I think yesterday.
Okay. And you said the last transfer was done on 3/13. I'll have to check that because I was just surprised that the balance at BMO was 34,000. The general fund 66,848.26, and the capital improvement fund 167,931.99. And Natalie said that she had through February done on the financial reports that we're waiting for,
Yeah, that's what this is.
Where did
Okay.
she say that one?
but that's for February.
Right.
And so we have January, February, and March to come. Actually, we need January, well, okay, it's February for January.
Yes, and our fiscal year is July to July.
No, it's usually a month behind. For example,
Right.
the financials that we report in December are actually the financials for November. So if she has February, that would be the financials for January. So Natalie is working fervently on that. In her email, she did say that, you want to read what she said in her email, please, Melina?
I don't have the email.
I'm sorry.
I just have the thing.
Okay, she said that we are making great progress, that the transition is going smoothly, that she got some additional information just within the last few days, and all of the financial accounts should be updated and ready to report soon. So we just need to be a little more patient with that process. It's just a lot of work to do. Any questions on the financials? Any comments on the financials? Bill? Okay, and I need to make a note, I made a note to check on the BMO balance and my uncertainty with that, which I will do. So we're into new business, discussion and possible action regarding approval of office manager contracts. And for that, we would need to go into an executive session, so I should adjourn the regular meeting at
Recess into regular meeting.
recess.
But you need a vote to go into executive session, presumably for A3, when you need to indicate which topic, which agenda item are you referring to?
New business A, and it would be new.
Do you want to go into executive session for legal advice on any other issue?
And B,
Any other?
that's it.
Okay, so if I could recommend a motion, it would be a motion to go into executive session for legal advice pursuant to 38-431-03A3 in regards to items 5A and 5B. So moved,
So moved.
and then you need a second.
Second,
I'll take it.
Discussion?
discussion? Okay, all in favor, aye? Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Tom?
Aye.
Okay, approved unanimously. We will recess and go into,
We're going to do this.
pardon?
Where do we do this?
In the room where we met the last time. Okay, so, I'm not sure how long it will take, hopefully not very long. And, don't panic, if we don't get through all of the agenda items today, we will table some, of the items and address them at the next meeting. We will not go past 6:30.
Can I ask a question?
Pardon?
Will you be coming back for the
Yes.
other new business? Okay, so it's okay if we stay.
I know, we should have cocktails here. But we don't. Okay. We will be back. You can look at the financial report and talk about it. That had, this.
I have to take off. I gotta get an appointment too. Go there.
You have what?
I have an appointment.
Oh, no.
Oh, my favorite. White water. Thank you.
I don't know where the restroom is to get it.
It's all the way around. Oh, did you need to go or just need to?
No, just to help you.
Oh, thank you.
623. No, you guys are
Okay, so I'm gonna stop the live stream and reset this. It's gonna be a different live
Bill,
stream
did you do that?
Yeah,
when we come back into general session.
I have somebody a drink.
Okay, goodbye everybody for now.
Water.